It's been over a week since we posted our last video, and we're back. Where have we been?
Working on the foundation.
We have been working extremely hard every day to get this foundation done. We decided not to film it, so we don't have any real clips to show you, but we'll show you what we got, you know, what we did. So we decided to just push the foundation work out because we don't have much time in the day. We work, we have to do, you know, we have to eat, we have to take care of the baby, we have to do all this stuff, so it takes a lot of time. So we decided not to bother filming it. We just wanted to work, and we've been working so hard. This is the biggest, hardest project that we've ever done here.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't been following us, you might not know, but basically our foundation was shot. It was cracks all over the place, really nasty, falling apart. The wall was unstable. And we want to sell this house. Part of selling is getting as much as we can for it, and that devalued the house quite a bit. So we decided it had to be replaced. So let's show you the work that we did. So here's our new foundation from the outside. We got a little touch-up work to do, but basically it's done. We decided to leave the windows out. After this sits for a little bit, we're gonna clean out some of this dirt and we're gonna tar it. We have the roof, the foundation coating ready to go, so we have to do that before we fill it back in. Into the dungeon. And here it is, our completed wall.
We did it all ourselves.
Everything. We reused the wood. If you remember, you might have seen in our old video, but we had a support wall built here to hold up the house while we were building this, and we recycled some of it and we built a new frame to hold our door. So we did that. Everything's nice and neat and tidy. The wires, everything are back in place. And it's looking good. Built these new beams, or posts, I mean. So, it's just so good. It feels so good to be done.
Yeah.
Finally. This was a tragic amount of work. We actually wanted to do it for a long time. For a couple years we've been thinking about this wall, but it was so overwhelming we said we can't do this. This year we realized we have to do it, so we did it.
So we just forced ourselves.
It took us so long, you guys know, to dig outside of that hole.
Weeks for
Once
that.
the hole was dug, we had to smash out by hand with a little sledgehammer the whole wall that was here.
And then we had a huge pile in here of broken blocks.
So much
and we
block.
had to, I would come down here and look at the pile and get so overwhelmed.
We had to go up these stairs, which you can see they're all uneven and tiny, and it's actually a pain to walk up because my feet barely fit on them. They're like tiny steps. Sorry about my sock. This is what happens when you cut metal wearing nylon socks. They just melt when the sparks hit them. You can see right where my shoe line is, it melted the sock open.
Yeah. Well, Doug eventually just started throwing the blocks. Like from here, he would throw the blocks, and then I would load them in the car.
Chuck them up. We still had a lot of dirt that came in here that we had to manually carry up and down the steps. We had to bring 40 bags of mortar and core fill down here. We had to bring all these
200 blocks.
All these blocks down here.
Man, those are heavy.
And we had to we did it all by hand, and it was a lot of work. It was really cool. It doesn't look the best because we didn't like make it super pretty, you know, the grout lines or whatever they are, mortar lines and everything, but it's solid. It's core filled. We got the rebar in there with solid cores poured down every 32 inches. So this thing should be solid.
Yeah.
And we also built these posts in so they're pressing against the wall just to give it extra strength out of triple 2x8s. And over here, these are, you know, double 2x6s pressed against it. We just want to be extra sure that this thing is never going to move again. Because if we're going to put this much work into it, it's got to be stable.
Yeah.
So we've been working. You can see these are the original blocks. We left the bottom row because it was still solid and it was held in by the floor. So
there was a crack on the old wall at this level, right?
Yeah, that's where the old wall broke and it shifted off those blocks.
Yeah.
And you can see That's all old over there. But we're super happy with this, and it looks so good, and I don't think we're concerned. It's going to be solid.
Yeah. Like their old wall wasn't even core filled.
Right, there was no core fill, there was no rebar, there was nothing in the old wall. It was just blocks.
And that's probably why it cracked. Like if they core filled, it wouldn't have.
And we had a couple windows. We decided to leave the windows out because we wanted the wall to be more solid.
And I don't really see a point in them.
Yeah, we have windows in the front, windows on this side, so it's fine. So, it's done. This is the hugest project. Physically demanding for sure. Our muscles were aching.
Yeah.
We got hurt. I busted my fingernail and now it opens.
Tell them about what happened to your...
I can't even, let me see if I can focus here. You see my fingernail? I broke it right off. Look at that. It's disgusting. Okay. And what happened?
Our heads.
Oh, and we kept hitting our heads on this breaker box. I did it 2 times at least, or actually more than 2 times, and Ashley did it too.
Like when we're working down here, doing whatever, cleaning, doing the blocks, and then you go to stand up, this thing slices your head apart.
I had scabs on my head for like a week.
And I did it too the other day, and I started crying. It was bad.
Listen, projects like this are huge, and they're emotionally draining, they're physically draining. But me and Ashley, we work good together, so we got it done, we pulled through, and now we're like pumped up to get working on the roof, I guess, right?
That'll probably seem easy compared to this.
Mm-hmm.
My leg here is like covered with bruises from like, apparently when I pick up the blocks, I like use my leg a little, and it made like tons of bruises on my leg.
Yeah, from boosting it up.
It was really hard to lift the blocks this high.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
we had a ladder, little step ladder.
We had a little ladder, but Doug was putting them in from the outside, so I would bring him the block from in here. And I had to man, that was tough.
So we did it, we're happy, we're excited.
The blocks are what, 35 pounds?
And our wall isn't, yeah. And our wall isn't bowing at all. It's like totally straight, which I love. The other one, our other one bowed out maybe 3 inches, 2 or 3 inches.
Probably more than that.
In the middle. So wonderful, perfect. So that's what we've been working on, and that's where we've been for a week. I'm gonna throw this trim. We got it back on the house right here. We're gonna do that today, probably, and clean up, and that's it. I mean, this is leftover wood from the wall down there, and wow, we're getting it. We're making it happen. We're doing it.
Yeah, we are.
And then we gotta dump this dirt back in here again. But guys, okay, so sorry for being gone from YouTube for so long. We didn't give up. We just decided to focus our attention on this wall, and that's what we've been doing.
Yeah. Some days it was like literally we get up, we work all day, except for when we like eat and stuff, and then like go to bed super late, and there was just no time for anything.
Yeah. And the rest of the work on the house, we're gonna try to take you along. This was kind of like a new experience for us, and we knew it was gonna be stressful as it is, so we didn't want to burden ourselves with videos. But the roof, we're gonna show you that. We're gonna be taking you along. We'll show you the projects that we're doing, and we're gonna try to put out more videos now that we feel we've conquered the beast, and now we're ready. So that's that for this one, right?
Yeah. You want to show the peppers growing?
Yeah. So we don't have much, but look at these. A lot of these are...
There's our banana peppers.
Ready to be picked.
We got a couple bell peppers growing here and there. We keep tipping over in this loamy soil.
Yeah. There's a giant spider web right here, so I'm not going to go through. But yeah, totally. Our tomatillo plant died, but
I think it's root bound or something.
There's one right here, so
yeah.
That's actually probably more than ready to be picked, overripe.
And these over here, the groundhog ate in the beginning. Like there was nothing left to them, but it actually
they grew back.
Yeah.
So we had a few things grow, and that's good.
I ended up putting this here.
Yeah.
Keep them out.
And here's my cat, Puff.
Yeah.
My loving cat.
Hey, Puff.
But she's not playful.
Yeah.
But I still like her the way she is.
I know. So that's it. I guess we're gonna cut it. Hope you enjoyed seeing that we're actually done, and that's big for us. I know it's not that exciting, but it's huge for us that we got that done.
It was a huge burden, a huge project. I mean, when you look at it, it doesn't look like it's a lot of work, but
It took a lot of work.
it is actually a lot of work.
Especially when you're not used to it, like that kind of... We're not masons, you know, we don't...
Yeah. There's just a lot of like behind the scenes work that goes into it.
It's boring too, like just carrying buckets of dirt and blocks out.
Yeah.
You know, bucket after bucket after bucket. Just...
We had a lot of dirt in the basement because when we opened the wall all up, we still had more dirt that had to be dug.
Yeah, I couldn't throw it up on the pile anymore, so we just threw it into the basement and carried it out that way.
I pretty much did all the dirt while Doug was working on other stuff. I was cleaning up the big dirt piles.
So we're gonna coat it, we're gonna fill it. It's gonna be good. It'll be done, and we'll take you along. And as we near completion of our house and get toward selling it, hopefully. And today we're gonna be going out to Lowe's because we're gonna buy some new ceiling lights because we bought those cheap. We just had cheap porcelain fixtures in our house, and it worked fine for us because we just like things simple, but for selling the house we wanted to look a little more interesting, so we're going to be heading to the store to see if we can find some better ceiling lights.
So that's all we wanted to show you guys for this video. Follow us to see what we're going to be working on next so we can get our house ready to sell and so we can finally move somewhere where we actually enjoy living. So we'll see you next time.